Start the show.
Hit the ground running, hit the ground running. Hit the ground running, hit the ground running.
Yeah, now bring the action.
Ooh.
Come on. Now.
Give it to me, give it to me.
Now.
Give it to me, give it to me. To hear you shout.
Bring the action.
Just waiting for, get on the court to see you jump in. Just waiting for, get in the zone to mesmerize me. Just waiting for. Just waiting for.
Enjoy the action.
Just waiting for, get on the court to see you jump in. Just waiting for, step on the floor to mesmerize.
Now.
Just waiting for, get on the show to hear you shout.
On the
Just waiting for, step on the floor to mesmerize.
now.
Just waiting for, get on the court to see you jump in. Just waiting for, step on the floor to mesmerize me.
Start the show.
Hit the ground running, hit the ground running. Hit the ground running, hit the ground running.
Yeah, now bring the action.
Ooh.
Come on. Now.
Give it to me, give it to me.
Now.
Give it to me, give it to me. To hear you shout.
Bring the action. Yeah.
Just waiting for, get on the court to see you jump in. Just waiting for, get in the zone to mesmerize me. Just waiting for. Just waiting for.
Enjoy the action.
Just waiting for, get on the court to see you jump in. Just waiting for, step on the floor to mesmerize.
Now.
Just waiting for, get on the show to hear you shout.
On the
Just waiting for, step on the floor to mesmerize.
now.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, for one last time this season, it is time to talk handball again, live from the media call in Cologne, eyes on the prize. And, my OG friends, they let me hang in. They let me hang in big time. That's why I got the real OG, Dr. Beach Handball himself.
Thank you very much.
And the king of social media, the real Marcio Menino. How's it going?
Thank you, Ben. It's a pleasure. I'm glad that you invited me here. Glad to see you guys up there in the show. And yeah, we're ready for a little small preview
Yeah.
of what's happening this weekend.
Yeah, and well, let's see. No guest coming yet.
We're still
that's,
waiting, yeah.
That's where I'm having my annual trophy moment. I'm having my annual trophy moment. Camera guys,
Check
don't
this
leave.
out. Check this out. He just loves doing this.
So good, so good.
Ben, how heavy is that?
If I would have to guess, I would say it's somewhere around 6, 7, 8 kilogram.
Jesus.
It's not that heavy, so it's quite alright. But yeah, I'm always having my moment there, and I really love it. It's great, and this is what it's all about this weekend. It is the trophy that the 4 teams are playing for in the Truck Scout 24 EHF Final Four 2024. A lot of fours.
That's a lot of fours, yeah.
But in Germany we have a game saying 4 wins, and who of these 4 will win? Your prediction?
I don't know. Maybe we all know that Barcelona is always a favorite. In the last 10 years, they won like 4 times already. They
Yeah.
they broke the curse of the 2 times, you know,
Mhm.
2 times in a row being champions. So I think Barcelona always the top favorites on this one. But for me, I think Magdeburg will be with a very good chance of getting their hands again in the trophy,
Yeah.
and also do the 2 times, you know, the sweet 2 times champion. That everybody loves it.
Yeah, going to defend the title. They never did it. They won it twice. But going here as the reigning champions. Last year they were the underdogs, but this year they come here with the red cross on their back. And I am pretty excited to see how they will take up on that role. So
True,
that will
but
be-
first we're gonna have Aalborg, right?
Mhm,
That's our
mhm.
first team here.
It is.
I already see a few players around, so we're gonna try and snatch them to
But
our
before
show.
we get the players in, let's quickly do a hot ranking.
Okay, let's
do
go.
a hot ranking because I wouldn't do it with Aalborg on the couch because they wouldn't be happy with it.
Okay,
Where do you put Aalborg in your personal power ranking?
I would probably put Aalborg on third.
Me too. Me
I would
too.
probably they had a tough season, but they did a conquer on the quarterfinals against Veszprém, and also they won against Frederica and 2-1 the playoff, and so they're in high spirits right now. Kiel, on the other hand, has been with a really not so good, not to say other words, but a not so good season. They're on 4th place in Bundesliga.
Well, it has been up and
And-
down.
yeah,
I would
it's,
put it like that.
It's a bit of a turmoil there, and they also have a few players going away this the end of the season. They will try, I know they will try, and they have the capability to go to the final. But I see them in the 4th place here.
I put them on the 4th place in my power ranking as well. But last week, and I actually announced it like that, I put Bietigheim in the 4th place on the power ranking as well,
They
but
finished
predicted them
second.
into the final.
Okay.
So yeah, the power ranking doesn't really need to tell anything about it.
It's kind of like the bases that you go from there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. So Kiel on 4th, Aalborg on 3rd, but this is where it gets a little spicy.
You
because,
put Magdeburg first?
I didn't put Magdeburg
Okay.
in first, but you did?
No, I did Barcelona.
No, yeah, fair enough. So we're going for the same power ranking here. Chat, let us know your predictions for the weekend here as well. Yeah, well, if we're talking about predictions, I do think that Barca will eventually take it home yet again after one long year of not being Champions League winner.
We had this guy in Portugal saying that I only do previews after the games when everybody knows the score. But
yeah.
it's funny. This is the Champions League, and everybody knows that anything can happen in the Final Four. You may think that the biggest team, the powerhouse, will take everything and win all the semifinal and the final, but then, well, the weekend happens and another one celebrates. So.
Yeah, I
it's
mean-
the magic here in Cologne.
Yeah, and Cologne always attracts miracles. Just look at last year. Just look at Gísli Kristjánsson, who I really hope that we get on the couch later on. Magdeburg should be the
first guest.
3rd one to join us here. And
Hey.
the first one to join us on the couch is actually Alex Vlah. And we are...
How you doing?
Hey, how's it going? We are very happy to get you over here. So before we start talking about Magdeburg and all the other teams, let's get our Aalborg talks going. How are you? How was the last week before the Truck Scout 24 EHF Final Four?
It was intense. We had 3 games for the Danish championship. Thankfully, we won it, so we could prepare with our minds clear for the final four, and I think everybody just enjoys being here, waiting for tomorrow's game, and we're really looking forward to the first game.
When was the last game that you played actually?
It was on Saturday.
On Saturday,
Yeah.
all right. So you at least had like 1
Yeah,
week
almost a
to
week,
calm
yeah,
down and
almost a week, yeah.
get your minds clear. Maybe to start it off here, to talk about the favorites and the underdogs, which role would you give Aalborg this weekend?
It's hard to say anything in the final four. We seen it before that also the underdogs have won it. The favorites went out, so I don't really want to put any pressure on ourselves or anybody else, because I think the four teams here are really equal. So it's a lot of daily form in the end.
Do you think this is more a mental aspect than physical? Because you had like at least 1 week to prepare, but also the other teams also had time to prepare physically. But it's a mental state.
Yeah, I think in those kind of games it's a lot of mental and not so much physical. Of course physical, because it's a long season and you have 2 games in 2 days. But if you can put in your head that you don't feel any pain or stress and anything like that, I think you can have an advantage on an opponent.
And for you, it might even be an advantage that it is your first time in Cologne as a player. So how did you arrive? How did it feel for you personally? What are your first impressions of coming here and experiencing Cologne?
Everybody always talk to me about that this organization is on the highest level, and I say it now that it really is like that. So I'm really happy to be here. It's how the season was planned at the beginning for the Champions League. When I signed for Aalborg, of course I wanted to play in the Final Four. So one dream came out already. Hopefully another one this weekend, and hopefully it will not be my last Final Four here.
Yeah, and I mean it's not just your first time in Cologne. This season you had your debut for Aalborg. And it was your first time outside of the Slavic states as well. So how was that year? How was it for you to go abroad and to go and live your dream somewhere else other than in the Slavic states?
It's difficult. It's not easy, especially in the beginning. You've been used to something for your whole life. You go in completely different culture, but thankfully everybody welcomed me really nice. I started learning the language, which is really hard, and I'm not still speaking it, but I understand it a lot, especially the handball talk. But of course, I will say to anybody that wants to make a step forward, that like I make that step from playing in the Balkans to another country on a higher level, to make that, to believe in yourself, because if you believe in something, then it's much easier that these dreams come true. So my first season, in my first season here, we won the championship. Unfortunately, not the cup, but we're playing in the Final Four, and if we will win the Final Four, that will be like a dream season.
Yeah, but it is a kind of sacrifice that you do to be here in the best stage of them all. You leave family behind, you leave the comfort area, and you just put yourself there. And yeah, it's we can say that this season, despite all that, it's been good for you.
Yeah, like you said, that you go out from a comfort zone. You also maybe I changed a little bit the position, the way I play. I played mostly on the left back in Celje, where I was just for scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Here it's primarily my job to be a playmaker, to make also for others. So of course, maybe when someone says, okay, he's not scoring that much goals,
But you're assisting, you're making
but
opportunities
yeah,
to
I'm
your
playing
goal. Yeah.
defense, I'm playing for others. So
You think you've become like a complete player
yeah,
now?
I feel like I'm more complete than
Welcome.
I was before, and we have a good I have a good teammate here who's helping me every time he can, and it's a real nice guy, and a really good player.
Maybe at first, hi Madsen, nice that you're joining us here as well, Mats Hoxer. But you have been talking about that you used to be a left back in Salje. Let's just give one last question to you before we release you to the other waiting journalists here. Talking about the left back, that is quite a name that is sitting there in your squad. You've been talking about pressure. Let's not put some pressure on our team. Does it put any pressure on you that you guys know this is the last chance to get Mikkel Hansen a title?
Yes. It will be his career will be fantastic with that. It's the only thing missing.
The cherry on top.
The cherry on top. So of course, for ourselves, for him, that will be a perfect end for him, a perfect beginning for us. We're new here, and of course it's a pressure, but it's a nice pressure. You want to make it positive.
It would be a really solid base. Starting this career, this top career with a Champions League win.
Probably it will be hard the coming seasons to do it the same.
To maintain,
but
yeah.
But of course you want those kind of challenges.
Yeah. All right. So thank you for your time already,
Thank
and we will have probably some more talks throughout the weekend. So thank you, Alex. And yeah, wow. Then let's talk about the guy that knows pressure as well, but that loves pressure. I'm confronting you with a statistic here. 13% of your goals were scored when the game was on the line. In the crunch time, you actually only had one missed shot in the entire season. What do you have for breakfast to have that much ice in your veins?
Just scrambled eggs.
That's good. That's good. That's really good.
Yeah. That's a good statistic, but I didn't know it. But yeah, just want to help the team in the crunch time also. So yeah, perfect.
Do you feel that you're the least pressured guy there? You're just like, because you're 23, you just kind of like, this year you started growing in the team and growing into the team, and they just give you the ball. They're like, yeah, that's take it. You can do it, boy. You can do it.
Let's give it to the youngest. He has a lot to learn.
He can do it.
Yes. I came last year as a young guy to Aalborg, and didn't have a big role on the team, but just keep training and just believe in yourself. Now this year I have taken a bigger role in the team, and I think the coaches and the players believe in me. So yeah, I feel it's fine for me to take responsibility in the crunch time also, but it's not something I think a lot about when the game is going. If I see a chance, I take it.
That's why he scores.
Mm-hmm.
He's not thinking about it.
No.
He just goes and scores.
You miss 100% of the shots
Yeah,
that you
you
don't take. Big Wayne Gretzky once even said it. But yeah, then let's talk about your role, and let's talk about your performances here, because let's switch over to the quarterfinals that you guys had against Veszprém. At first, maybe what were your emotions when you knew, all right, if we want to make it to Cologne, we have to take it up on potential title favorites Veszprém?
Yeah, if we take the two games against Veszprém, I think we will have sold it before the game in Veszprém with a -1 loss. I think we would had a good chance of going through if we just playing one game at home for it, so that was okay. But I also remember the last 15 seconds in Veszprém when I gave here the ball, and then that was not nice. But I think those two games we just played maybe the best we have played the whole season, and it was a good timing for that.
I was there in Aalborg, man.
Yeah.
I was there. I was doing the content creation there, and yeah, I agree, totally agree. That game
good,
for you
good,
guys
good atmosphere
was,
also.
Yeah,
Really.
top quality right there. Yeah.
And I mean, talking about your performances, you did score 9 goals against Veszprém, and you are at 82 goals right now. So that puts you on top of the Aalborg scorer list. At first, does that matter to you at all? Maybe let's start it there.
No, it doesn't. I'm just thinking about being here right now. It's where we want to be as a team, and who scores the goal doesn't matter to me now.
What can we expect from you on the weekend?
Hopefully a lot of goals. I think every 16 players who will play tomorrow has to be top of their level if if we have a chance against Magdeburg, they are a really strong team, so we have to play really good.
good.
You do share the backcourt with some experienced players. One of them is actually the one we just talked about, Mikkel Hansen. Now, in the year that you have played together with him, what were you able to learn from him?
So many things. Just him being around in the locker room and in the games, it gives you a calmness who's not there when he's not there. So just like have Mikkel around is something every team would love to.
Yeah, most definitely. But I think to have you around is something that many journalists would love to have as well. That's why we would say thank you for your time here.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you, Max.
let's relieve Mr. Crunch Time
Take care.
in
Good luck.
Aalborg. And yeah, good luck for this weekend.
Thank you.
So young, but still so humble and professional. I love it.
He's living the dream, man. He's living the dream.
Most definitely.
But I agree when he says with this calmness with Mikkel Hansen, because when you look at him, even through the corridors, in the court, you feel like it's such a natural thing for him to be there that he just gives you a peace of mind, I think.
Yeah, and especially the mind doesn't start working at all. Once you are on the court, you are in your tunnel. Maybe even an hour before the game, you start getting into that tunnel. But he is in the tunnel already. Just the way that he talked to us and was talking about what would happen this weekend and doesn't care whether he scores the goal or not. But especially being that young, and I'm really in love with that statistic that he has only missed one shot throughout the entire season in crunch time. That's nuts.
That's crazy. We had Alex Dushabayev, and now we have Max here doing the crunch time. Maybe we can have that goal in the semifinals. What do you think?
Well, would be something. And I
would be
mean,
fun.
they are facing Magdeburg, as you see right behind us. Actually, maybe we can get a beauty shot here of our studio. This is the prettiest studio that we ever had for a media call for an EHF Final Four. I mean, we are just outside of the hotel here, close to the arena. We have the trophy.
Beautiful.
We have all the beauty stuff lined up right here. All the jerseys here from all the 4 participants. I'm in love. I don't want to leave.
And
Can
it
we do
feels
the
nice.
show from here?
It feels really nice, you know,
Yeah.
just the environment here. Like we're in the garden.
We're
It's
in the
not much
green.
noise. It's like
No.
just really chill.
It's absolutely perfect. It's
perfect for
absolutely
a conversation.
We
I
have
agree.
the great setting here, and aren't there more players who want to join us in that perfect
I see
setting?
Mikkel there, but he's being
Yeah.
interviewed. I don't know.
It's super tough to get Mikkel Hansen these days.
It is. Everybody
and,
wants him. We
yeah,
also
of
want,
course,
but of course.
Of course. But I
Maybe
mean,
we can have Landin or our coach.
would be great.
Madsen.
Honestly, anybody would be cool
Coach
to
Madsen, come.
have on the show.
Can I call him?
Nah,
Can I call him?
You can try.
No, wait.
But anyway, the players didn't really want to talk about the roles here. But what role would you give Aalborg in this Final Four?
Due to story, I would say that they still the underdogs, although they qualified recently. Like I was like 2 years ago, they qualified.
And
the Final
made
Four.
it to the final.
Yeah, made it to
but
the
lost
final.
against Barca.
Yeah. I think they still have this somewhat underdog like role here, but they no longer the surprise factor. The surprise factor is probably gone. But if they play like they did against Freshman in the second leg of the quarterfinals, they can beat anyone. They
Yeah.
were really focused. Everything was going well. Landin was saving everything. The team was defending like strongly with Molgaard taking the lead on that. And in the attack, they were just like, okay, we just play the game with Vlah, boom, 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 goal. That's it. Easy stuff.
Yeah. I would almost say that Aalborg is in the most pressured role. We are on a live show here, just so you know. Yeah. So you're on live. All good. You take your photos. It's totally fine. Just so that you know you're in the picture.
We love our guests here. We love
yeah,
our guests.
absolutely. But I would say Aalborg has the most pressure this weekend. Not just because of the Mikkel Hansen storyline, but on the other side, no Danish team has ever won the Machine Secret EHF Champions League. Aalborg has never as well, and then everything that comes from the outside. But I do feel like it's a positive pressure for them. It's something that they really can turn into good energy. Whilst on the other side, Kiel, for example, they need this Final Four to save their season.
To save the season, okay. I agree somewhat with what you're saying, but at the same time, I think because no one did it, no Danish team has ever done.
Yeah.
They kind of like, they don't have to prove anything, you know.
Yeah.
When you're Barcelona, you need to prove it. When you're Kiel, you need to prove it, you know.
True.
And
yeah.
here it's kind of like, I think I see it that way. But I agree when you say there's the first Danish, they can be the first Danish.
Yeah.
I think that can also put some pressure on them, like
It's
being
a
the
positive
first
pressure.
ever, you know. Beating Heim last week, the first ever German team to be there, you know. But at the same time, I don't think they have to prove it. They have to prove themselves, okay, of course, because as a top athlete in a competition like this, you always need it. You feel that you need to, like, go out there and just take it from everybody else. But I agree on that. But Kiel, I think they probably have the most one.
We will come to Kiel when it's time to talk about Kiel.
Yeah.
So this is the half hour that we put into the hands of Aalborg. That's why I would say let's keep it at them. Still, I do feel like they can put all those things into something positive because if we're looking at the start of the season, how many players were put into that Aalborg squad? Talking about Niklas Landin, Simon Hall, you have Alex Vlah, Lukas Nielsen.
It's a national team right there.
It is. But on the other hand, those are completely new players that you had to integrate into a new system. How can you form a squad like that out of completely new players?
I think it's mostly it's about a structure of the club. If you have a really good structure that helps the players come in, like Vlah that come from the Balkans and going to another country, another different culture. If you have a really good structure and the help of the coach, and as you can see the personality of Madsen, it's really I really appreciate his personality. I feel that he is very engaging with his players. You know, he feels that sometimes players are not fit. I wouldn't say physically, but I would say like probably have like some difficulties going through, so he doesn't play them. You know, it still makes them be there in the squad because it can kind of helps clean out their minds of what's going on back home or whatever, and even something in the practice that happen and you get pissed. You know, sometimes this happens, but I think it's a matter of structure and a matter of this relationship with the coach can help really like a new guy come in and just be integrated in the squad and start playing. And I think they did it quite well because they didn't play them immediately like 60 minutes over 60 minutes over 60 minutes. They were playing like, okay, you play 15, 20 minutes. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how you manage this, this relationship with the teammate next to you, how you play with him. And I think that worked pretty well for Aalborg.
Who do you expect starting in the backcourt?
Ooh.
Not going easy on you.
No.
In your This Spin premiere.
In the spin, yeah. I think they will keep the basic structure. They won't be with surprises there. I think Max will probably not start, but will be that guy that enters like 10 minutes to the second half, to the end of the first half, and
we've
then
been talking about those statistics. You want him on the court.
You
when it's
want
on
him.
the
You
line.
want him there, like when you think that the team needs something new. You know, because you kind of do this tactic and you say this works and we'll go with this.
No.
This is our strongest tactic right here, and we go with this. And I think that Mika will be the playmaker here. And I also saw, we were talking about Vlah, but Vlah was also playmaking, but he was going through through left back and through right back during that game. He's mixing up a little bit, like not in the stationary position, like there's like you have your three backcourts and each can play at least two positions in the backcourt. And I find this is like the modern handball right now. You're not only defined as a left back, or you're not only defined as a playmaker. You need to play other positions too, so you can help the team when in need of it. And I think it's going to be Mikkel being as a playmaker. But the tactic that I really like is when he changes to left back, and he's playing playmaker on left back. And this actually is very confusing at the same time, but he has such an amazing assist, this quality of pass he's so high on Mikael Jensen. He can put the ball anywhere, so it doesn't matter where he plays. So the ball will get there. So I think it will be something like this, you know.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's switch it over to another topic here. We
here.
are getting the coach in. We're having
Welcome.
Stefan Madsen.
Thank you, us, for
We thank you for being here.
No
Thanks,
problem.
Nice that you are here.
Yeah.
And congratulations to making it to Cologne, probably on the toughest way possible. Would you agree?
Maybe yes. It was a tough way, and we are happy to be here, and we're just looking forward now to a fantastic weekend.
Yeah, and Marcio and me, we have just been talking about all the new players that have been coming into your team. Talking about, for instance, Simon Hell, Lucas Nielsen, Niklas Landin, Alex Vlah, all of them. How did you orchestrate them into one working group?
How long time do we have?
As long as you want.
Yeah, no. Of course, I was myself a little bit surprised that we managed to get into a homogen group so fast that we did. It's all fantastic guys who has one goal. It's being the best team possible. And of course, we have had our ups and downs this season. But I think we're in a good shape right now, and we have some players now that has tried this before and has been here a couple of times. So we're just looking forward now.
talking about this coming of the new players. I remember like Simon playing, and he had the injury and he started only playing defense. But you put him again in the attack, and he was amazing against Veszprém back home in Aalborg. What was the thing that you kind of clicked on him, like say, okay, Simon, I believe you. I think you can do and still play in the attack. I need you right here. And he played amazingly with everybody in the backcourt, putting balls to him.
Yeah, and actually I know Simon from a long time ago, and I knew that he had the attacking skills as well. I know. His main competence is the defense, but how the handball has developed, we need players that can perform both in attack and in defense. So when I talked to and I speak to Simon, I told him our plans was we wanted to bring him as a attacking player once again, and as you said, against Veszprém and other matches as well, he has been fantastic.
Looking at your opponent, your facing Magdeburg in the semifinals. As the reigning champions, they of course are here in a favorites role. How did you prepare your team for this Magdeburg matchup?
We're not quite finished yet. We have a tactical training here.
You still have some time.
This afternoon, yeah. But I totally agree. It's one of the best playing teams in the world at the moment, maybe the best playing team. And I think it started a couple of years ago with how they recruit their players into a homogen group. Playing extremely fast, playing with a lot of duels. So of course we have to be prepared to stand against this tempo and this duels.
Especially what you're saying, they have been forming a homogenic group. It has been, I think, 2021. No, actually, when did Bennett Viga take over?
I think it was 2020 already, but he also did the final European League, and he won against Benfica.
He did form a really homogenic group within a very short time after 2 decades being away from the Machine Secret of Champions League. Coming in, and now they won their second title in 5 appearances, I think. Is there something that you can learn from that Bennett Vigard way, the way that he formed this Magdeburg squad?
I think there's a lot of things that I can learn from Bennett. Bennett is a clever guy. He's a very good coach. As I told, he's clever because he knows where to find the players. and
It was
it's
2015 actually. Sorry.
15 he
Yeah,
started.
yeah.
Yeah. He know where to find the players. You just have to look to Aalborg, and then he take the players from Aalborg to Magdeburg, and form a fantastic team. No, seriously, he has done a fantastic job, and I'm very sad that he is not allowed to go to the final this time, because it's the people in red this time.
All right, so we are almost running out of time here, but when we are at the fighting words already, then well, let's give you some extra motivation. Out of all those 4 coaches, you are the only one who hasn't lifted the trophy yet. Why is it going to change this weekend?
Because we are very well prepared. We are hungry, and we have some players that only miss this one big trophy, and it's gonna be this weekend.
All right, then
They're angry for that.
They're very hungry.
cool. You're hungry, then let's start cooking, I would say.
Yeah,
All
thank
right.
you. Thank you.
With that, thank you.
Thank you
for
very
being
much for
here.
Thank you, guys.
And good luck for the weekend.
See you later.
And yeah, with that, it's time for us to switch it over here to our second team. And that one is the guys that have actually won it as many times as no one has ever done it before. 10
times, right?
They
Jesus.
are record holders as well already, and are looking forward to winning their 11th trophy this weekend. Of course, we're talking about Barca.
Of course, Barcelona. And it's always a beautiful thing to see, you know, like they play really well. They're such a great team. And I find it amazing how sometimes it looks so easy for them to play, you know. And now with the coach Ortega, he did history, winning 2 times the Champions League in a row. He broke the curse of the Truck Squad 24 EHF Final Four, and I think the team is ready. Although despite they have like these 2 injuries in recent weeks, that kind of like, but now they have recovered some players also, and I think they will be fine. They will be fine at this.
If there's one team to actually be able to cope with injuries, it is Barca. I mean, look at the beginning of the season where we had Ludovic Fabregas leaving. We had that knee injury by Domin Makuc,
Yeah.
and their backcourt felt empty, but they never showed that. So Barca was there right from the start, was second matchup against Magdeburg, I think, where they sweep them off the court, and Magdeburg still was the reigning champions back in the day. They never even left any doubts open that Barca is there this season. I expected them to start a lot weaker into the season.
It's true, but at the same time, we also saw a few players like rising to the stands. You know, Luis Frade took the place of Fabregas. Carlos Bogarde has been playing amazingly this season. Defense, offense, doesn't matter. And Dikamem, you know,
It's Dikamem.
he is Dikamem. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's the show is right here, and he's still right there. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he keeps up the show, and it's been amazing. Then and all these youngsters now that they brought here from the academy of the Vlah Academy that they have, and they always deliver a few really good players. And I'm excited to see them on court. You know, it means that things will be fine for Barcelona. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, well, Dikamem for this weekend, he's probably been like, I'm him. And he is him. So Dikamem is highly on his way to become MVP yet again. He's no All-Star team ever existed
He's
without
also,
Dikamem.
he's also on the board for top scorer.
Yeah.
Second place, right?
Yeah, with the 96 goals,
Okay.
and I think top scorer. Oh no, 97 goals, and top scorer is at 113. So it's.
So he still has the chance to.
Yeah, no worries. The photographers. Who are they aiming for?
Everybody loves this show, you know.
Yeah,
Everybody wants to
absolutely.
be part
Everybody
of this
wants
show.
to be part of it. I mean, of course they want to be, because we are having the nicest area around. Luis Frade is actually just behind us, and we are hoping to
get a
grab
little
him.
bit,
To grab him. But we will go to Luis Frade in a bit. Yeah, Dikamem still in the race to become top scorer, 16 goals away. 16 is a manageable number.
It is in 2 games. It is.
Especially for him.
Especially for him. We saw him against Paris. He was. He was destroying everything.
Yeah.
So he was doing fast breaks. He was doing offensive, organized attacks. He was scoring. He was assisting. So I think 16 goals is very manageable. And we saw last week with Noramork. She
Yeah.
scored 13. She was really short
But
of taking the the top scorer position.
scoring on penalties.
Yeah, still.
DKMM isn't scoring. those
Usually doesn't
penalties.
score the 7 meter throws.
Yeah, I don't want to take anything away from Nora Merck. It was I
She's a
was about
specialist.
to say
You always play your
great.
best when you're.
It was a good performance. I would have expected a little more in the semifinal, but that's another topic.
Yeah, but at the same time, she was conditioned. You know.
Yeah.
She had a
Yeah, fair
injury in the hamstring, so.
Fair enough, but let's keep it at the Trosca 24
Yeah,
year
yeah,
Final
yeah.
Four here. Yeah, Dika Mem as the shooting star of the team, that's for sure. And throughout the entire season, he took responsibility. He was the one, even playing as a playmaker when there was no one to take over that role. Which role do you expect him this weekend?
I think he will play a mix of it, you know, a mix of right back and playmaker, because I really enjoy seeing him a little bit with Melvin,
Yeah.
you know, with Melvin Richardson.
Yeah.
And I think Melvin has this raw talent, and he, if put in the right direction, he can become like a really, really, really top right back player. And I think Dikemem allows him to do when he plays playmaker. He allows Melvin to shine a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that Aitor Arinho, who is one of the guys with most experience, with most Champions League titles, he like one of the captains, you know.
Yeah.
And I think he will be doing a really good job taking these kids, maybe to reach their 11th trophy.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and especially what you said about Dikemem, that he lets Melvin Richardson shine. That's what a true captain is about as well. So going ahead and make your guys around you play better, and that is something that he can be really proud of. And he really took over that captain's position,
Yep.
and is fulfilling it. So
I think so.
Dikemem-
And he has the personality to that. He's a really nice guy. I hope we can get him here. Oh, we have it. No.
It is not
Come.
Dikemem yet, but we are looking at Blas Jank. So let's do it right here. It doesn't
whichever.
matter. Doesn't matter.
You
You
just grab one.
prefer the other one? They're all blue, so all good, all fine. Yeah, how's it going? How are you? How are the emotions out of the weekend?
I'm really happy that I'm back again here. So last year we didn't win, so this year is we have again chance to win. So yeah, I'm really happy. Everything is the same like last year, so no surprise, and yeah, I think that we are ready.
Just a nicer studio right here, you know. Like,
Yeah,
looks
it's
really
really
good, right?
nice.
Ha.
Yeah,
I knew it. We were talking about players playing more than one position, and you yourself, you played 3 positions this season. You played playmaker, right wing, and right back.
So maybe I have to try also the pivot or goalkeeper. This will be nice, but no, I little bit joke. But yeah, I'm happy.
Maybe not those 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's enough. 3
3
positions.
positions is enough. Yeah.
Yeah,
we can put
I'm
Emilio's
happy
logo on.
that I can play in 3 positions, and now in the handball is like, you know, it doesn't matter if you play the right back, middle back, because it's a lot of movements, a lot of crosses. So in the end, you know, everybody have to know to play in the middle or the left right back, and yeah. Of course, it's more funny to play in the back position because you have more ball and everything. In the wing, you are
Sometimes
waiting.
you're forgetting, yeah.
So yeah, but like my position is the right wing. Yeah, this is true.
I was actually wondering, talking about Barca, one always talks about success. You guys are the record winners of the Champions League. For the Xth time in a row, you guys won the Spanish championship. You're always favorite when it comes down to winning titles. And you've been around since 2020, so in that epic 3-year streak of winning the Machine Secret of Champions League, was it ever tough to keep the hunger for trophies?
No. I think that you know, especially in Spain, we don't have any team like really tough. You know, so normally we win easy everything, but also it's hard because you know that everybody expect that you will every year win. But yeah, we want to win every year and even more Champions League because we know that it's really tough and. But our first goal is to come here. We are here now, and I think here is no favorites. So all 4 teams we have the same chance to win the Champions League, and of course all 4 teams wants to win.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's see. Tomorrow is the first final for us, and I hope that we will win.
I think in Spain it becomes a double-edged sword, because if you always win, people complain. But if you don't win, people will complain still. So you guys like, okay, we just win. It's easier that way.
Yeah.
We just take it from there. But when you come to the Champions League, when you come to the final, the ESF Final Four, don't you feel like, I won't say pressure, but don't you feel like you have even more thirst for titles, because you know that these teams are all difficult to play, and you guys know that now we need to step up really, and we really want it. Do you feel that this thirst coming up?
In the end, yeah, a little bit, because we have to see like this, that in the end, if we don't win the Champions, it's like bad season, you know, because normally in Spain we have to win everything, and the Champions is this
The title, yeah.
what we have to win. So also from the club, you know, is for them is also the most important is Champions, like for all our my teammates. But of course, yeah, this is some pressure, but I think that we are with a lot of experience, all players, and we know that it will be hard, but we will give everything, and yeah, I think that we are ready.
Maybe one last question for you. We've been talking about the 3 positions that you played this season. Luckily, you won't have to play the playmaker position this weekend. Domin Makuc, he came back middle of May. Maybe you can give us a little insight. Where is his health status at right now?
First of all, I'm happy for Domen that he's back before the time that the club or he expect. So he's training with us. He feels good, no pain in the knee. So this is the most important. But of course, he needs the handball trainings, the matches. He were out like 9 months. It's normal that he's not on the top level, but of course I'm happy for him that he is here, and he will give some point, or he will have help the team for sure.
You guys now need to give him some confidence for him to play. Like, for example, everybody knows after such a bad injury, he kind of like is still a little bit afraid of playing all your 100%. So you guys just give him a little bit of confidence, enthusiastic,
of course.
I saw in the game when he played, you guys are like, yeah, every time he scored.
We are the most happy when Domen scored the goal, because we know how hard it is come back after some injury like this, and we are all with him, also the staff, the coaches. So
that's good. That's great.
All right, you guys are Barca. The journalists are always waiting for you. That's where we would say thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. You've been around in the coolest studio here, so we hope
the
your
best
time was
studio.
not wasted.
You can rest.
It's
we can
great.
enjoy the view.
Whenever you have time off, you're always invited to come back.
Perfect.
So,
Thank you.
Thank you very
cool.
much.
Thanks a lot, and best of luck for the weekend.
Thank you so much. See you.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Thanks.
Catch you around. Oh well,
Hey, when the guests are nice, things just flow naturally.
they are always nice when
Yeah.
they're here on the couch. It's tough to not be nice when you're in such
with-
a great
Come on.
environment. And with
With
the
such
real
a host,
Marcio
with such a
Menino.
host.
Yeah, of course, of course. What can go wrong there? And that's a good question for Barca as well. When you're looking at the squad, when you're looking at how relaxed they go into the weekend, what can go wrong there?
I think so, yeah. But sometimes it probably goes through their mind. What can go wrong, man?
Yeah.
We train.
Once you start
We're
thinking
good
about
mentally,
that,
and then when you start thinking about it, you're like, oh my god. Luckily, I think the coach Ortega is really good at that. Like predicting what can go wrong.
Yeah.
And it's you remember Murphy's Law, and anything can happen and anything can go wrong.
Yeah.
But I think Ortega is kind of like the coach that he knows with all this experience and all, and he knows what can go wrong, so he kind of like prepares for that, which is great. And
another advantage coming in from Carlos Ortega. The odds are not too bad that they are facing another German team in the final. He knows those German teams. He has been a coach for Hannover Burgdorf. What do you think can he still take from that time? Because it has been quite some time that he used to be coach.
Yeah, I think for him, he he knows how to overcome the physicality of the German defenses. You know, everybody knows in Bundesliga, defenses are really tough to beat. You know, it's very strong. They're always hit you with all their might. And I think that he managed.
Greetings go out to Patrick Winczek.
Yeah. And I think that he knows how to overcome that physicality, and he uses that in their teams, and he makes their teams move. If you watch Barcelona, they move a lot. The ball is always going around like left to right, so you can find the gap where that single pass can make the difference, and you're not hit that much. Because after playing 60 minutes against a German team, your body's gonna ache. He's gonna ache a lot,
Yeah.
And in this we only had 2 days. You don't have much time to recover in the final four. So you really need to avoid those hits so you can be on top performance for the final.
It's that actually what Alfred Gislason was talking about in an interview. I think it was with Handball World, where he said, well, those two matches, the first one is about quality, the second one is about the depth in the squad. So in the first one you see who's the better team, and in the second one you can see, all right, who is the one that can actually recover the best from this tough matchup, especially, well, we can talk about things going to overtime and penalties, and you would want to avoid that.
You want to avoid it. You want to, in the semifinals, you want to avoid forever to go to extra time or go to the penalties. Is the worst
Unless
nightmare.
you lose.
Unless you lose, yeah. But it's the worst nightmare for every team, for any team that is playing 2 games in 2 days, is going overtime in the first match. But I agree with him. I agree with you see quality in the semifinals, and you see the depth of the squad in the final. Because what for me is something that annoys me a little is when you have 16 players and you watch all the same 10.
Go ahead, you can make your photo. It's totally fine. We're in an open spot here. We're here for the journalists, so go ahead. You can take a photo. It's completely fine. But sorry, say it again.
No, it's okay. It's okay. And we see it. Like when there's only 10 players or 11 players playing, and there's like 5 guys that don't play that much.
Yeah.
And you go like, why? You need them.
There is 5 guys, but there is other fast food chains as well. Just wanted to say. No, joking.
Not sponsored at all.
No.
But you have these guys on the bench and you don't play them, and I feel that when you need them, they're not going to be 100% fit. Yeah. Like, for example, Jas was talking about Makuch with this thing of not being 100% because he needs confidence. He needs to grow into the game. Yeah. He doesn't have match fit, so to say. Like, for example, what we see a lot in the Bundesliga is that they play every 3 days, so they always match fit. Yeah. They don't train. They don't need to train. They just need to match fit. Just recover a little bit, boom, another match. Recover a little bit, another match. Yeah. So they're always match fit. They're always ready for a match. And I find that some players need it, and if you don't play, you don't have it.
Yeah. There's actually one other thing that I've been wondering about. Barca is always on top when they are asked to, even though they are, well, like he said it, they're not challenged in the league. So usually they win each and every game. I always love it how Barca players are talking so freely about it. Well, we're the best in Spain. There is
but
no
it's
other
true.
team. Yeah, of course.
They draw. I think they drew the match like 2 years ago, and it wasn't a scandal. But I think every team in the Liga was celebrating. They were like, someone did it,
Someone got a point.
And they got really pissed with it.
Yeah, absolutely. But still, every team goes through phases. Kiel, once they are on top, and the next 5 years they drop down a little, then they're back in the Final Four. Whatever, it's normal in sports.
It's really. I think it's really tough to maintain such a high level for so long.
How does Barca do it?
Because they have the mentality for it. A few years ago, I think it was Mourinho that said. He called it
Jose Mourinho.
Yeah. He called it football heritage. When Real Madrid was not playing, was not reaching after the quarter. They were not reaching the quarterfinals for long.
This is football heritage.
Yeah, this is football. Such a meme. But at the same time, it
the
works.
Man is a meme.
But it works fine on this. If you think about it, Barcelona is such a heritage. They've been here so many times. They grew this in the new players. The new players. This culture of winning mentality just grows on the players, and they have to keep it, because otherwise, if you don't keep it, man, you're out. You're not going to be a Barcelona player for long.
Yeah.
You're going to be like 1 year there, maximum 2, and then, whoop, that's it. Another one come.
This is handball heritage. Most definitely.
Can you imagine someone like a coach saying that?
We need Carlos
man, we
Ortega
need
to
someone,
come in.
yeah.
Carlos Ortega, can you please come in just for the sentence? This is handball heritage. We need to make the meme out of it.
Oh,
That
man, I
be
would love it.
great.
I would love it. That was so fun.
It's great. But yeah, still, they even managed to get the new generation in. So if we're looking at this Barca squad, almost one of the oldest in the squad is DKM with 26. So he's the one to take responsibility.
Still has
He's
so many years.
Yeah, he's the one to get the other guys rolling. Well, Luis Frada, I think he's a little bit older. He's 27, 28, somewhere in that direction.
Somewhat the same generation, yeah.
Yeah,
But at the same time, they're like you have really older players.
yeah,
You have Dike and Frade, but now you have these youngsters with 18, 19 coming up.
yeah. Well,
But I think the mix actually works a little, like they need more match, more match minutes.
Yeah.
But this mix of ages, it has been working perfectly for Barcelona in the last, I don't know, 10, 12 years. It's like when you have a really old team, okay, you have a lot of experience.
Yeah.
But you will be very difficult when you have a speedy team against you, because you're gonna hit more. You're gonna get 2 minutes suspension.
Yeah.
And not all the experience will give you an advantage on that. But I think this mix works pretty good for them.
And Barca always gets that perfect mixture out of everything. So if you're looking at it, how they train new players on their positions. Let's take Aleix Gomez, for instance. I almost thought that he was a little bit older already because he's been
He's a
around
kid.
forever
He's a
in Barca, but he's just 27 as well. And the first 3 years, you put him under the wingspan of Victor Thomas. And he trains him for 3 years, and now he's the top scorer of all time in the EHF Final Four already. That's why, we have been asking for some predictions. Aleix Gomez will appear in one of Victor Thomas. They know each other quite well.
Yeah. I just love his warm-ups,
Yeah.
He's just so chill.
Yeah.
It's like he is so in focus. Like you said it before with the flow, in this tunnel of focus. He is so in there that you look at him in the warm-ups, you kind of like, is he making fun of this? And it's not. It's just his way of doing things.
Yeah.
And he's working pretty well.
Yeah.
Pretty well.
Yeah, most definitely. And then on one hand side, that is the example from the right wing, but take the line player position as well. You put Luis Frade in there as a young guy and put him under the wingspan of the best line player in the world, Ludovic Fabregas. And then Fabregas leaves and everybody is like, oh, well, can Luis Frade live up to the expectations?
Yeah.
Because it will be a little bit difficult walking in those footsteps that a guy like Ludovic Fabregas left behind. But he goes in there, 70 goals in the Machine Seeker EHF Champions League. He didn't live up to the expectations. He lived over them.
Yeah, true. And some of those goals were when they were playing 7 against 6.
Yeah.
And he was just fast breaking
Yeah.
to the center, like whoop, throwing from the middle court, just throwing the ball in this particular way, with some spin on the ball, so the goalkeeper doesn't get. Oh, look at him!
And there he is, come on in.
The wall, Emil Nielsen.
It is great.
Whichever, man, whichever.
You prefer.
Thank you very much for being here.
It's finally great to clap your hands without having glue all over.
Sure. Yeah.
Finally we got there. How's it going? How was your last week before the EHF Final Four?
No, it has been good. We've been training a lot. We've prepared, and I feel like we're ready to compete. So I'm happy and I'm excited.
We've been talking a lot about the Barcelona in the front, like in the backcourt, but we didn't speak anything about goalkeepers. But probably they have the best duo goalkeepers in the entire Champions League.
Yeah, absolutely. And Victor Thomas last week said it, in the history of the EHF Final Fours,
His
whether
words.
it's Machine Seeker EHF Final Four or EHF Final Four on the women's side, always the team won with the best goalies in goal. What does that do to you? You don't want to hear it.
I don't know if that's true, but of course it's important. In my opinion, it's also perhaps the most important position. So So of course there's extra pressure. There will always be pressure as a goalkeeper. But yeah, we're in good shape and we feel good. Both me and Gonzalo, and as you said before, we have a great duo. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I feel confident, and I hope that we win.
We see a lot of development in the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years, especially in the goalkeeper position. You guys have been watching highlights of each player. You guys have been watching how the team behaves in different areas. How many hours do you take on week basis?
Yeah.
Just watching and learning and having all these videos just so you see how to make the best save.
Well, in general, I like watching handball, so I use a lot of time on that. Perhaps I'm a little bit different than most of the other goalkeepers, because I don't like to watch too much video. If I do, I feel like I get locked.
Okay.
Like if I see this tendency or whatever, then my brain says, okay, you have to do this, and I don't like that. So perhaps I'm a little bit different. I do not watch that much video, but I love watching handball, and watching handball is almost like watching a video, of course. So I know a lot of the players. I know their tendencies. I know what they like to do. But if I'm just watching hours after hours after hours, I will be too locked.
So you try to find this balance.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. And it's different. It's difficult. It's a fine balance for sure. Yeah, I'm perhaps just different.
It has been working, you know? It has
Yeah.
been working.
There's actually a sentence that's stuck to my mind ever since you've been guest in our podcast. I enjoyed beating Magdeburg. That's actually what you said. And
Yeah.
I'm wondering, is the revenge complete yet, or does that have to follow this weekend?
I'm not sure I will ever get my revenge. It will never be enough. I really like beating Magdeburg, for sure. It was really tough last year, definitely. And I will do whatever is in my power that won't happen again. We felt like we were the better team, but yeah, in Final Four you needed some luck. Magdeburg had a lot of luck last year, in my opinion. They're an amazing team, maybe the best team in the world. But yeah, it was cruel, definitely.
Yeah.
I think Nielsen has this thing of, we will crush them.
Come in my way and you will regret it.
A little bit like Tainus, you know?
Especially this season, because we've always been talking about you being a great goalie, but at the Euros I think you had a saving percentage of 39%.
Abusive,
and then,
yes, abusive.
And then in Barcelona you're always outperforming yourself each and every week. Will this season go down as the best season of your career so far?
Yes, I think so. Also the most memorable, for sure.
Yeah.
For me, it was very, very big coming to the Europes. So yeah, that was like the next step that I could achieve. So yeah, I'm really happy with what has happened so far, and hopefully it can end with some gold here in Cologne. We'll see. Last time I got silver, so
with a big
hopefully.
trophy like this one. Yeah.
It could be nice, for sure. I'll take that home, sure.
Yeah, that would be something, and it would be your first trophy as well. So something to fight for, and that's where we would say let's wish you the best of luck.
Perfect.
And we'll see
Thank
you at the game.
Great.
Let's
Thank you very
hope
much.
to have some more talks over this weekend. Always great talking to you, Emil.
Of course. Perfect.
Sweet.
Emil, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Great. I love
That
talking
was
to you,
nice.
Emil.
That was nice.
He's the best. He's the best.
He has all. It's amazing. Like we used to watch goalkeepers become like top level in their 30s. You know, 30, 31, 32. You would say like they would have.
Gonzalo is switching to Kiel when he will be 35, 36.
Yeah, but Gonzalo has been high, like on top level for like 10 years almost.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. It's like this development of the goalkeeper position has been so huge that you can see like youngsters becoming great stars. Nielsen showing up also, Hallgrímsson also showing up now in the Nantes, you know, and it's amazing to see this development of the goalkeeper position. And you can always look at the games, and when you watch the stats and you see that the goalkeeper is like 30-something%, usually you say, okay, they want to win the match. You know,
No.
that's how
Yeah.
amazing it is, the development of this position. It's
Yeah.
great to see
And
Nielsen Hill.
Even if it won't happen this weekend, he's an upcoming champion. So
For sure.
he is a champion
Eventually,
already, and he will get there eventually. That is for sure. But talking about talking about champions, it is time to switch it over to the champions, to the guys with the
You're
red cross
already
on their back.
behind, yeah.
They are standing behind us, and of course we're in Germany. Everybody wants to talk to the champions. Let's talk about SC Magdeburg. Favorites this weekend?
Yes, they are favorites always. Right now they're with Barcelona, and like Nielsen said, they're like top team, probably the best team in the world playing handball right now. And in the last 5 years, they've won so many titles outside of Bundesliga, but also in the Bundesliga now. They just became champions.
Yeah.
You know,
And cup winners.
cup winners.
Quite clear. 11 goals in the final.
So it's really amazing the job that Bennett has been doing with this team, and great to see these players having a little bit of taste of gold, you know.
And especially the development that Magdeburg has been taking, it doesn't get into my mind how they do it, how they manage to develop under Bennett Wiegert, and that's where I actually wasn't sure when he took over. I said 2020 because time just flew by under him, but he took those 5 years to develop the crew, to develop the squad, to grow it even further, and to always get in those small little pieces to develop Magdeburg as a team, and now they're exactly that. They're a complete team.
And it's amazing he took it time to build the structure, you know, to build this thing around the team that helps the team to overcome all the difficulties. And I think that those 5 years, from 2015 till 2020, and then just now giving all the awards for that extra work you do, you know. And it's amazing how the confidence that you as the owner of the club, the confidence you have to have in this coach, and the project that he has for the team, you know.
Yeah.
And what we see right here is something that we would love to see in every club, you know. Like this development, building the structure, the coach, belief, confidence, getting the players that you need. We're not talking like big stars. They were not, all of them were like the best stars, like the best handball players in the world. No.
Yeah.
Some of them were like well known. Others were kind of like nobody knew about them. Some of them went as kids, and now they're full-grown adults, and they developed into this amazing machine, you know.
I mean, Gisli came from Kiel, of course, but he came as a 20-year-old boy.
That's the difference, you know.
Yeah.
Even O'Sullivan, Christian O'Sullivan, you know, he's Norwegian national team, but he's been there because he's playing on Magdeburg. you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And it has been crazy to see what Magdeburg has been doing. And I have seen, there's Yogi Bitter. Maybe we can get him in. But maybe we can look at a quote from, I think it was Bennett Wiegert. I'm not too sure about that one, but it was a Magdeburg official who said, I think it was last year, we want to settle down on the top of Germany and internationally on the absolute peak as well. And I feel like that already happened.
I think now it's just a matter of maintaining. You know, I remember someone saying that it's easy to get to the top. The toughest part is
Staying there.
Yeah, staying there is the toughest part. And I think Bennett is now working for that. You know, like keeping Magdeburg in the top for many years to come.
Oh,
Come, you can
finally, we get him in. We get him in. Gísli Kristjánsson, I've been waiting so long to talk to you,
all good.
and now it's finally happening. Yeah, it doesn't matter which one.
Okay.
Great to have you. Great to have you in. The first question has to go in your direction. How are you? Because it has been 2 or 3 weeks where you crashed on the floor in Mannheim, and you've been out, but you're back and you're here with us in the media call. Is that a good sign?
Yeah, I think so, right? I think it will be better to be here than to be at home, right? And I'm feeling ready. I'm feeling good. Although the crash I had against Löwen was quite harsh, and I had like a little trauma, but
muscle.
Yeah, muscle, and it was
was
like
it a
it was
concussion?
diagnosed. Yeah, a little bit. But I've been I've been in treatment the whole time and been really focused on like not missing this weekend. As you guys may know, like I'm never going to miss this weekend. So
Yeah, you're the guy that gives it really, literally 110%.
Yeah.
You give a shoulder. You gave a shoulder last year. So,
But I
Yeah.
mean, can you even play Cologne without being physically completely broken?
yeah, that's
Do you
also
need
another
that
thing.
to
That's also
perform in
another thing.
Cologne?
That's also another thing. Like one friend of mine told me, yeah, it will not feel normal if there wasn't anything wrong with you, like struggling or something. But
Yeah.
feel weird, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, like I said, I'm feeling ready. I'm feeling good, and I'm just excited to start it tomorrow.
Are they treating you well here? They giving you enough food for for the
Yeah,
final?
for sure, for
Yeah?
sure,
Okay.
for sure.
Actually, last year when we've been having our Twitch show, our host Alex Kulish, he gave you guys the nickname Zombie Magdeburg because he said, well, there are always those body parts being ripped apart from that Magdeburg body, but still you guys are coming back and are on the court and just going to the towards the goal somewhere. Did it feel like Zombie Magdeburg on the court as well?
I don't know, frankly. I think we just like always have this belief that that we can always like make it through. Like we can always. It doesn't matter how the score is. Like we can always fight it. Like we can always get the most best out of the game in the end. It doesn't matter if we're back or we're in the lead. Just like we need to do our thing and like how we have been playing this season, we're in a good flow. We've been playing really good, and yeah, I think we just want to like get the final dagger on this incredible season to have hopefully a good weekend here.
You guys are like top confidence right now. You just became champions of Bundesliga, the Cup champions, and you're still Champions League winners until this weekend. Do you find that this can be overconfidence, or you guys manage well the?
Yeah, I think we will see how that goes tomorrow. But as of now, if I speak for me personally, it doesn't really matter to us. I think as long as we just do our thing, like we've been playing this whole season, I'm quite positive that things will go well tomorrow because we've been playing fantastic this season, and yeah, I'm just really focused on doing what we've been doing the whole season.
We need to relieve you already once again, but there's one
everybody
last
wants to.
question that I have for you, and you can answer that completely shortly. It's totally fine. Legends have it saying that when you were taken off the court last year in the semi-final against Barca, that you were laying there halfly unconscious, and when you found your words, you were saying, "Win this for me." Is this true?
Yeah, you know, I think I said many things, but that can't be true that I said one because I don't really remember much of it when I was just laying there because, as you said, I was unconscious for a few minutes, and that quite frankly helped the doctor to pop the shoulder back in because
Without
I was
pain,
because I was so relaxed, and that helps to pop it right back in as it should be, But yeah, I think I said it, and yeah, that can be true, right?
Cool. Then well, let's wish you
We'll
the best
make this
of
a
luck.
legendary story.
Yeah, most definitely. Then let's wish you the best of luck, that you are remembering more of this year's Final Four, and well, that
And good
the
luck.
guys can win it for you once again,
Yeah,
or
thanks.
you can win it with them.
Yeah, maybe not as dramatic as last year without
Hopefully.
hope for the
Hopefully not,
the
yeah.
injuries, but yeah,
Sweet. Then best of luck and best of health.
yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Take care.
Thank you. Always great talking to Gisli, and
Such a fun guy.
it was my first time. I was waiting for it for so long. I've been on this show for quite some time, and I haven't been able to talk to Gisli.
You know why that happened, right? Because I'm here.
Yeah. They always want to come to
Kidding,
you.
kidding,
They always
kidding.
want to come to
I
you.
know,
It's great. But yeah, finally we have the legend proven.
We're gonna make this a legendary
Yeah,
moment right now.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell this story to my kids
Yeah.
for years to come. To
I'm
my
gonna tell it
grandchildren,
to my nephews.
to my grandchildren and all. I'm gonna tell this story all the time. You know, there was one time Gisli broke his shoulder. He was unconscious, and he did this. Win this for me.
Yeah, he was.
And they won.
Zombie Magdeburg spoke
Zombie
out of
Magdeburg.
him when he was just sitting there. Win this for me, guys. Epic, completely epic. But yeah, let's see. Will Magdeburg be able to create more epic stories this year? What do you think?
Man, I think if it's not this year, they're gonna make it for the next few years. Definitely they will. And it's great to see another another big team coming up in this kind of like we can call it like the Big Five or Big Six in Germany. Like in the Bundesliga, the 6 teams, they're always competing for the title. And I think Magdeburg will be there for many years to come. And I think they can write their own story, bigger and bigger here at the Drug Scout 24. EHF Final Four 2024. That's
4
a lot
wins.
of fours, man. I love it.
Yeah, it actually is great. But yeah, so in the semifinals, they are taking it up on Aalborg. We had the Aalborg coach saying,
Already, yeah,
well,
that's
unfortunately, you guys can't make it to the final right now. Yeah, but still, if we're looking at the squad depth, Magdeburg definitely has the quality to win it. That is for sure. Especially in the backcourt, I'm always super surprised how they, on that hand side as well, managed to get that twist and turn again. Having Omar Ingi, having Felix Vlah, having Gísli Kristjánsson, so they are settled for the future.
It's true. They lost Kai Smits, but Omar has been playing amazingly this season. He avoided the times with the injuries. It's the worst. I think it's the worst thing for players, like when you're playing your top level and then you get an injury for like 3-4 months. It's devastating, because he had this build up, this confidence. You had the familiarity with the team. Everybody knew what they had to do with you and all, and boom, you had this injury. But thankfully this year has been amazing, and the team has been playing wonderfully, and I love to watch it. I don't watch a lot of back home. I don't watch a lot of handball because when I'm working, I'm watching all the time. But when I watch it's games with Magdeburg, with Barcelona, some of the Machine Seeker Champions League matches. I really need to watch them because they're really enjoyable.
And that's where you could cut a slice off of Emil Nielsen, who actually enjoys watching handball, even though he is doing quite some things in handball as well. But yeah, maybe that's the difference, why he's standing in goal and you don't.
I don't. Yeah. I used to, but now I don't.
Yeah, fair enough. But there's one name that's actually super interesting to talk about, because Kai Smits, let's be honest, he was on his peak when he was in Magdeburg, and he was one of the key players. And he only left for Flensburg last year. 1 year later, Magdeburg is exactly where they were 1 year ago. And with all due to respect to Kai Smits, he's one of the best backs in the world, in my opinion.
True.
Nobody's missing him here. Well, everybody knows what he has done for the club, and everybody's grateful for it. But he didn't leave a hole.
That just shows how good the job is being done.
Yeah.
How good of having the players play for the team, and when you don't miss anyone, it means that the team is
Complete.
homogeneous, like you said earlier. It's complete. Everything, even the guys that usually play on the bench and then come just for a few minutes, they know that their responsibility is to fill the gap, but at the same time, you don't see the level going down. They maintain the level of the team, which is amazing, and usually it's a sign of wins. It's a sign of trophies.
Yeah.
Which is happening,
Yeah.
and might happen also this weekend.
It would be the first treble, actually, in the club's history. Last year they didn't manage to win domestic league and cup, and this year they have those 2 titles in their
It would be the
backpack.
triplet.
Yeah, and the club has never won it, so why not? Why
A
not
beautiful
aiming high?
treble. Sounds so good. It sounds good on every sports.
Yeah, most definitely. But then let's go a little bit back to Bennett Wiegert. We have been talking about him. Do you think that his connection to Magdeburg is the key to success? Because his dad was a coach in Magdeburg. He himself won the Champions League in 2002 with Magdeburg. Then coming back in 2015. I feel like this personal relationship that he has to the city, to the area, is what makes him reach the players, what makes him talk perfectly fine to them, because he's a crazy one when he's jumping up and down on the sideline, maybe a little bit in the direction of the handball Jürgen Klopp, and you're almost a little bit afraid when he's staring at you with his big eyes.
No.
But
I've been a few
great.
times close to the bench, and
Yeah.
it's I won't say it's in an evil way or a very aggressive way. It's just it's like the emotional factor, you know. You just really feel it.
Yeah.
And as a former player, you feel it even more when you're a coach, because when you were a player, you could go inside and you know, make things through and help the team there. But as a coach, you need to stay in the bench, and you need to like see what is missing. And sometimes can become hard. But I think that I agree with you with this thing of being familiar with the city, be familiar with everything around. It gives you an extra passion for it. And if you can give that passion a little bit, even if just a little bit, to the players, you know, and then feel that, look, these people in the stands, they are here to support you. They're here because they believe in you.
Yeah.
You know, I think this is the little bit of extra emotional that sometimes you need in the game, you know, because you can be 100% fit, you can be very confident at all, but if you feel that love, I would say love, you know, but it is a kind of love. If you feel it, and you feel like, okay, I need to score this goal, I need to do this assist, I need to defend this, you know, it feels. I think the team has that emotional side. Thanks to him, yeah.
And I do feel like Bennett Wiegert is the puzzle piece for it, because the fans are seeing how dedicated he is for the club, and how much love he puts into this club, how connected he is to the area, and probably no one else could do it in that way that he does it. He knows a lot about handball. He has learned from the best of the best when it comes down to coaches, and he knows what it takes to win trophies. That would have been great if it would have been him right now. Yogi Bitter coming in.
How you
Perfect.
doing? All good?
Hi.
Take
Perfectly
a little
fine.
seat here.
Just grab yourself a microphone. Well, let's just start it off with the easiest questions of them all this weekend. Who you got winning?
The easiest question, of course. I think it's very difficult. I think more than the last years, because or otherwise we have a unexpected winner last year. But I think Barca is in the lead.
Oh, you think so?
You don't think so? You don't think so?
No, I think so. Yeah, I think they have the upper hand on that one. But Magdeburg, you know, is I don't know. For me, it's a close call. It's gonna be if
course.
they both reach a final, it's gonna be interesting match.
Yeah, it could be the cold final.
Yeah, but I mean, having a German legendary goalkeeper here, we of course need to open the goalkeepers talk. Last week, I already said it on the show, Victor Thomas, he said, well, in the history of Final Fours, it was always the team winning that had the best goalkeeper duo. At first, would you agree on that?
I would, because we fought against Victor and we won. So, so that's for sure. No, I think it's easy to talk about that. It's when you see the whole season in the league, when you see final matches, it's the goalkeepers are so important and getting more important every year. Now we are the first guy who can take the ball out of the net or save the ball and bring it to the offense, and it's getting more and more important every year.
And more responsibilities, yeah.
Yeah, of
it
course.
used to be just saving. Now you're the ones initiating fast breaks. You're the ones initiating the halfway pass.
We have more and more assists now.
Yeah, and goals also now.
Goals also, yeah.
Yeah, but to be talking about the goalkeepers does mean talking about a difficult time for the German teams in this Final Four. Everything that happened in Magdeburg, we don't need to talk about that, but the goalie situation in Kiel wasn't the easiest as well throughout the season. Well, with selling their first goalie, with him being injured, then bringing in an unexperienced guy on this level with Samir Belassen. But everybody is already thinking about it, that the German teams don't have the best goalies in this tournament. Is there a chance laying in that for the German teams as well?
Yeah, maybe this very big goalkeepers are a little bit hidden. Maybe when you see Sergei Hernandez, what he did after suspension of Portner, he has I think a quote about 35% about the whole season. So it's unbelievable good, and he had so many important saves in the cup final, and he won a lot of matches for them by himself. So I think this. I don't agree with that because Hernandez is very, very good and had very good performance the last weeks and month. Of course, we know, or the history of Kiel is that they have one of the best goalkeepers in the world. They had Landin for maybe 10 years now, and he left. So, and there was a little bit, were a little bit struggling in this case or this issue. So, yeah, but I think there's a lot of problems in the goal, but when you put the whole things together, you can see that it's not only the goalkeepers this year in Kiel. It's, the whole team is a little bit struggling in their teamwork as well, and so it's not this self-confidence that you expected from Kiel.
Okay. But we were talking like before, we were saying that when sometimes when we watch the games and we see the stats, goalkeepers with 35%, usually say, okay, they're going to win the match. But that's not always true, because sometimes it always comes to saving at the right moments.
Right. Yeah.
As a former top level goalkeeper, you feel that sometimes there were games that you won just because of that.
Just because of one save, maybe, yeah, the whole match. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. And when you see, I had the honor to see the third match of the Danish league last weekend, and you see, okay, Landin is there the whole match, okay, some savings, but you expect more maybe. And then the last moment he saved from the left wing and they got the title. So they bought him, and now it's they know why he bought them. So sometimes it's very easy as a goalkeeper.
But especially talking about the Kiel situation, the way that you mentioned it, it was a tough one. Only finishing 4th in the Bundesliga will never be enough for a team like Kiel, and they do know that. But what is in their minds ahead of this tournament? What is in their minds ahead of this Truckscout 24 EHF Final Four? Because, going in here after a tough season gives you the chance to save it. So are their minds worried, or are their minds free? What impression do you get from the team?
I'm sure we will see 14 Lions in the arena. So they know, as you said, they can save the whole season, which was not what they expected in Kiel, with one title. So, and they know there are just 2 matches ahead. If they win both, everything is fine. You can go you can make holidays. You can come to the new season and start again. But if you have 2 bad days here, could be a tough summer.
It could be. But let's keep it a little
hot
bit.
summer, so to say.
Let's keep it positive here and maybe talk about the magic of Cologne. We can get everyone else
Look at him.
there as well.
We now have 2.
Hi.
We now have 3 goalkeepers.
I go here. I said everything I can.
You said everything you can. Perfect, yeah. And Sergei Hernandez is maybe the perfect one to answer this question. What is the magic about Cologne?
It's easy to say, but it's hard to answer,
Yeah.
I mean, we have seen for me it's the first time here, but as a spectator, I have a lot of pictures, in my head, and you never know what you expect here. You have the Final Four with Vardar, you have the Montpellier one, you have Flensburg, you have Barcelona twice, Magdeburg last year. Hamburg, yeah, of course. Sorry.
You were still a little kid at the time.
Yeah, but I saw it. So there's so many things that no team is aware of what is happening here. So you just need to come here and try to do your best and have also a little bit of luck.
You guys did have that last year. Emil Nielsen, he was actually just saying, "Oh, Magdeburg, they had so much luck in last year's semi-final." Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I saw it from I was on holidays with my friends, and I saw it in the TV. And when I mean, what can I say? The penalty shootout, you know, how what's the chance that two balls bounce over the goal, you know?
Yeah.
How many chances will it, when it will happen again?
Yeah.
Probably never.
Yeah.
That's the
So
thing. Yeah.
that's the thing. It's coming here and see what happens, you know.
So, but Sergej, you already have a European title. You won it against Magdeburg.
Yeah.
Now you're
I'm
playing.
really happy about that one. I'm really happy about that one.
And now you're playing for Magdeburg. You think you have a big enough cabinet back home to put the trophy?
Always. But that was definitely one of. I have a good memory of that year, and being able to come here and to fight now with them for, you know, like the EHF is a small title with all the respect, but it's still a big one. But getting the big brother, it will be really nice, and to have them together. I have a small figure of the title from EHF at home, and I would like to put one of the.
It'll be
Champions League.
a nice photo, you know.
Yeah.
A nice photo to remember.
Yeah.
Maybe Yogi, to relieve you here with one last question. From a super experienced goalkeeper to a little less experienced goalkeeper,
Yes.
what advice
Tell
can you
me.
give him for the weekend?
He knows when you come here to Cologne, it's your first time. I know, and you talked about come here, enjoy the moment, and make it the best weekend you can have. It's no pressure at all, just playing handball, and you did it so good in the last month when Portner was suspended. So you played without pressure. I think you know you cannot be switched off the goal. Benno trusted you, and there's nobody else. So you will play the whole weekend, I think. And as I said, make it the best weekend you can have.
Thank you very much.
All the best.
Sweet. And then thank you, Yogi, and thanks for your
Thank you.
expertise. It was great having you around.
Thank you much.
Sergej,
You're already leaving?
Yeah, right.
No, you can say a little bit more.
Sorry.
You can
Yeah.
Stefan, like,
You said that question for me. That's why.
no. We just wanted to relieve Yogi Bitter here. But yeah, how was your season? How would you rate your personal season?
It's been a hard one. A lot of mentally fights against myself, because coming from the Portuguese league, which I liked a lot, but with all the respect, it's nothing to compare with the Bundesliga. And at the same time, playing Champions League, it's really tough mentally. It requires a lot, you know. It's every game it's 100%. We have seen what can happen in the Bundesliga. You lose the league for one goal when you have like 5 teams fighting for it, you know. And personally, it's been the last couple of months quite amazing. I managed to help the team in the best way I could, and now being here, it's also like one of my dreams come true. So,
Because I know that it can be difficult, because you come from Spain, you've played in Portugal, like everything is sunshine, you know.
Yeah.
You finish. It's true. You finish
What a
practice.
show off he is.
I agree with him.
No, it's true. I'm not saying this is the best league, because it's not. But I understand. Like, you get out of the practice and you go to Esplanade and you're just chilling with your friends and your family, just having like a little coffee, you know.
30
Then you go
degrees.
On the
30
ocean,
degrees, you know.
yeah,
Yeah,
of
like,
course.
and you see the
Sun always
it's like
shining.
you can listen to the ocean, you know. It's
Only
it's-
beautiful people
everything,
around.
everybody's happy, you know.
Yeah,
and then you go to
everything's
Germany, it's
perfect.
kind of like, you know, like, I'm just kidding. No, but I understand.
No,
that
yeah,
it's,
but
it's,
I
a lot, it's a
complete-
lot of things. In there.
It's a lot of change culture, like coming from Portugal to Germany. It's not easy, you know. I mean, I left Portugal. I remember the 4th of June with
Summer.
33 degrees, and my first day in Magdeburg, it was raining, you know, and it was in July 24th, 5th, you know. So, but of course, you know, you need to accept. When I came here, I accept all these terms, you know, because to be able to come here today, I had to give all the things away to come all the way here, and I definitely not regret any single things that I left behind.
Then let's wish for you that it will be worth it in the end, and maybe with a golden trophy that you see above your right-hand shoulder.
I will not look at it. Yes.
You're not gonna look at it.
No.
Oh
Not
well,
yet.
fair
Not
enough.
even. It's not.
I've seen it too many
touching.
times in
It's
the
not
TV.
the touching.
Well,
It's not
don't
even
look
looking
into
at
the
it.
TV down there.
Yeah, I will not look there either.
It's sitting right above your shoulder. But well, then let's wish you the best of luck. And I think the other journalists are waiting for you to get like 1 or 2 more quotes. So thanks a lot.
Thanks
for taking the
for
time.
the job you're making, and we'll see you around.
We'll see you
Yeah,
around,
we'll
so-
do.
Yeah.
We'll do.
Thank you
Most
very much.
definitely.
Good luck.
Catch you.
Take care.
See you now.
Sweet. And
Such a nice
yeah,
guy. Love
so humble and great.
Yeah. But hey, 30 degrees, man. It's hard. It's hard to fight that. It's really hard to fight
Yeah,
that.
it's all good. I'm taking my phone out right now and I'm booking my vacation in Portugal. Is
should,
it
you
that what you
should.
want?
But-
Actually, when's the best traveling time to Portugal?
I would say late September, beginning of October. It's
Oh,
still
actually.
it's still sunshine.
Mhm.
Prices are cheaper, you know. Everything is a bit cheaper because it's not high season, and you can still enjoy.
There's someone
30
stealing
degrees.
the trophy. Have we got him on video? There's someone stealing the trophy.
Who's stealing
We
it?
need a camera switch. We need a camera switch.
No.
He's taking it. He's taking it.
No.
Sorry, guys. No trophy this weekend to play for. It's gone. It's gone. Well, that's it. But hey, you guys will
Is
still
this
get
a
medals.
sign? Is this a sign? We still have one more team, you know. Oh my God! Everybody's gonna say it's our fault. They're taking the trophy, and then we still have one more team to have here at the show.
Let's
Please, it was not my idea, okay?
Let's give them a little more positive introduction, please, because there is one last team to actually introduce. They come here in a role that they are not used to, but THW Kiel comes in as the underdogs, and we have just heard it from Johannes Bitter. There will be 14 lions on the court.
Yeah, true. They're actually the only team that didn't win a title this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're the title is okay. Maybe what Super Cup in the beginning of the season or whatever.
I'm not even
Not
too
even
sure
that-
about
not even
that.
sure, yeah,
I'm not sure. It might be.
Oh
but,
my God!
Yeah, but well.
But yeah, definitely. Like,
But for this year's EHF Final Fours, well, that's not too bad of a sign because last weekend we had Bietigheim coming in as champions, we had Metz coming in as champions, and we had Esbjerg coming in
True.
as champions as well, who took home the trophy.
Gjør,
Here,
who
the
didn't
only
win
guys
anything,
who
yeah.
didn't win a title this
Oh,
this
here we have
season.
it.
Hey, how's
Hello.
it going? Bengt, hi.
How you doing? All good? Have a
Cool.
seat, please.
Then let's enjoy here our first guest. Yeah, it doesn't
Just
really
take one,
matter. Ups and downs this season for Kiel, but how are the emotions going into this weekend?
Yeah, 100% ups and downs. I feel like we are in the right mood at the moment. We are the underdogs for sure, and we like the position where we can come from behind or where no one is expecting us to win, and without any pressure. We have a good team. We know and we believe in our abilities that we can win any game. So yeah, we are in a good mood at the moment.
Taking Peter's words, I remember this expression: you should never approach a lion that looks injured. You know.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
they-
those stumbling boxers.
Yeah. So you kind of a little bit like that, you know,
A
like
little bit.
a wounded lion, but
Yeah.
with enough strength to take it.
Yeah, it is. We feel like when we perform at our best, we can beat anyone, and we know it. And we also know when we perform at our worst, we can lose by a lot of goals. It's been this season. We have shown many faces, but now we've had a full week to prepare for the game tomorrow, and we feel prepared. Yeah.
But as a professional athlete, you know that it's really hard to maintain high level for
Yeah, it
so
is.
many years, and you guys have been on high for so many years.
Yeah.
Eventually, you can call it like a breakup season, but you think that at the same time, it's also a step that you guys need to come back and rise again to the top level.
Yeah, for sure. I think if you look at the players that left us last season with Niklas and Sander, you have to replace those guys, and it's not easy to come in to replace two world stars like that. At the moment, we have some really young players that take a lot of responsibility in the attack for us.
It takes time to
with Erik and Skipagötu, and next season we will have We will have a new right back as well that will have to take a lot of responsibility. So this change sometimes takes weeks, sometimes a season, and then we have shown that we still have the level to win this tournament. It's only about performing in the right games.
But actually, what you said before, that you have been showing some different faces this season, and if you're in a good mood, you can smash every opponent. But if not, you can lose by a lot of goals. Did you just give us a summary of your quarterfinal?
Yeah, it was. The two games were completely different. It's kind of our season summed up, I feel like. We have to really stay together and play the kind of handball that we did at home against Montpellier to be able to compete this weekend. So, but at the same time, we feel confident that we are able to do that this time.
Good. I'm actually interested in how did Philipp Jicha approach you guys ahead of that matchup? What did he tell you in the locker room?
In the locker room, in Montpellier, or
no, for the second leg when you guys were with the back against the wall.
It was. We spoke a lot about it. The whole preparation for the game. We know that with our abilities and how with the 9 goals that they have or had, that they will be sort of defending that the whole time. And we will be able to get like the 2-3 goals ahead, and we will probably win the game. But the difficult part is when you get 4 goals, 5 goals, and you have to keep on going for 60 minutes. Because, and at the end, when you get 7 or 8 goals, then the nerves will kick in. And it really did for Montpellier, and we were able to stay calm and at the right moment get the 10 goal.
Because the nerves also for you guys, because you feel that the objective is right there.
Just
one more minute, and we're gonna be the +9 that we need, or the +10 that we need.
And it's difficult to time this correctly. Let's say you get the 10th goal with 10 minutes to play, and all of a sudden you're in the defensive part. But we managed to time it up perfectly, where we got the 10th goal in, I don't know, the 58th minute or something,
and keep the cool,
and keep the cool at the same time. So it was just a magical night.
This is when experience kicks in, you know?
Yeah. Most definitely. And you guys do bring a lot of experience. Am I wrong, or is Kiel the oldest squad in this EHF Final Four? I think you...
My guess is yes.
If you take Skipagotto, yeah.
He
just lowers the average, you know?
You guys would be above 30 without him. I'm joking.
I think for sure we are. After this season, we are also losing some experienced players again, and that's just the part of being an athlete and being on the highest level. You know it's on borrowed time. At some point, you have to step down and give the responsibility on to younger guys.
That's a nice quote there. You borrow time, yeah.
Yeah, completely fair. But on the other side, what makes Kiel so special? I just read that this morning in an interview as well. That each and everywhere else in the world, the fans would probably have been whistling at you, but in Kiel, you always felt that support throughout this season. Maybe is that something that you guys are hoping for this weekend as well? Because I read quite some numbers that the white wall is coming to Cologne here.
Yeah, I think the whole city is looking forward to this weekend. They talk about it all the year. They hope that we are able to get to Cologne, that they can come here and celebrate the sport, celebrate the team from the city, and just stand behind us all the way. As you said, I feel like the fans in Kiel are very supportive. They understand that it's the face, and it's not easy to play our game. You have opponents. It's not like you're running the 100 meters and it's all about you and you have your own lane. It's defenses and attacks. It's a very complex game, but they can look at our game and see if we are giving it all and leaving our heart out on the field. So it's it's very nuanced if you're getting whistled at for playing bad, or if it's just because they can not see the fire in our eyes or something like that.
Yeah, most definitely.
They saw a lot of fire on that quarterfinal final.
For sure. I feel like we have been really trying our best this season, every game, and for some reason some games are just tactically or technically not been the best. So we've been battling in training for the whole season, and at least we're here, and we're hoping for some hardware.
Yeah, but we're gonna see 16 big lions.
Yeah, for
back
sure.
in the semi-final.
You're gonna see some fire in our eyes, that's for sure.
Yeah,
that's what we want.
That's where we borrowed enough of your time, I would say. So thank you
Thank you very
for
much.
being
Thank you very
around
much,
here.
guys.
The other journalists are of course always waiting for THW Kiel, the white ballet, if you want
Thank
it.
you very much.
If you want to
Good
put it
luck.
like that. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
You see, even enters the studio. I don't think people see the 3 cameras right there in front of us.
They are placed absolutely unobviously.
There's no tripods
so no one
whatsoever.
can see them. No,
They're just hanging there.
There isn't a screen standing in front of it. They are not like 3 meters in the air. But yeah,
I just love it.
Anyway.
Hey, but at the same time, it's
people
the
are waiting for
perks. You
Kiel.
know, it's the perks of having such a great studio.
Massively,
you know?
massively. That's why I always allow the journalists to take their photos here, because we are not blocking the area.
We're
Everybody
just chilling here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just having a small talk with the players and the coaches.
Yeah.
And with you guys back home, of course.
Most definitely. But yeah, Kiel, they do have that fire. One can really feel it, and they are hoping for the fans to push that fire even further.
You know, I am always afraid of the silent ones. You know.
Yeah.
And right now, you felt like he was here. He was talking with us also, but at the same time, this silent mood, kind of like expecting when the show goes on, when the whistle comes up, and you go, "Yep, this is it." And I feel that I think Kiel will show that fire that you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we're talking about that, I'm just getting more and
chilled.
more excited.
I'm getting
yeah,
chills.
Absolutely, because everything is served for us. Everything is served for a great week, and of course, people are expecting Barca to go through. People are expecting Magdeburg to go through. But who counted on Magdeburg last year against Barca? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Even the diehard fans were like, "Oh well, this is going to be a super tough matchup." And that being said, everybody knows, well, we're not going to make it. Yeah.
Love Nielsen.
Yeah.
Love him. Just because of that, I love him even more.
Yeah,
no, but it's fun.
super
We're
great.
now expecting another one. We need one more, right? I think one more would be fine.
One more would be amazing here.
Would be amazing.
Well,
I'm
as
trying to see
we're
if I see-
looking around,
If I see someone.
everybody is waiting for Kiel and for the players to come along and come on in. ARD just waving with their microphones and trying to grab everybody, but it's totally fair. I mean,
We're like, I don't know, you guys are not seeing this, but we have like, I don't know, what, 30, 40 people just
yeah,
to
at
our
least.
to our side,
At least.
just trying to steal all the players.
and all of them need to be standing. no
And
one
we're
has-
just here.
No
you
one
know,
has such
sitting
a
in the chairs.
prioritized position, so we can't complain about anything.
No.
Other than Kiel complaining about a 4th position in the Bundesliga, how on earth was it possible for Kiel to drop that low?
It's like you said, it's ups and downs, and it's kind of a phase. You know, when you build a team, and we were talking about Barcelona mixing up the players really well, and I think what missed on Kiel was this: they had like a really good group of players. You know, they've been playing with them for like 5 years, but at the same time, those players grow older. You know, and if you don't bring new blood, so to say, things start to get a little messy.
Yeah.
And, you need this balance of youngsters and older players for the team to keep up and keep going, you know. And I think they kind of like skipped that moment of getting new players. Now they have Skip Agoto, of course, but I need probably came like a little bit too late. It should have started like 2-3 years ago. They needed to do this. And
to
I
do
think
this transition as
to
well,
do the transition, yeah, exactly.
Not, drop Skipper Goto in and rely on him as a starter already.
which is impossible because he's such a new player in the team. You don't know like his limits, you don't know his upper limits or the down limits, what he needs, to be performing at his best, and it's impossible for him to perform 100% in the Bundesliga. Like all the players that I knew from other different leagues that went to Bundesliga, except for Danish, maybe, but French, Spanish, even some of Portuguese also went to Bundesliga, like lower teams, but they all had a really hard time in the first season. A really hard time. Such a strong league. It's so difficult to go there and just boom perform. It's really tough. Your mental state and your physical state has to be a few steps above what you used to be.
Yeah.
So I think it's a bit of a little bit of that, and like I said, the transition.
Yeah.
They didn't do it.
And maybe that is exactly the reason why we're talking about Barca as the greatest club ever and not at Kiel. If we're only looking at the legacy of the club, of the standing within the country, Kiel is Germany's record champion, and they have been around ever since handball is around in Germany. But still, Barca manages to get into that stage of coolness, of calmness, knowing their squad, knowing their strength, and knowing where to put a youngster when. And Kiel, every now and then, they miss those opportunities. They missed it with Skipper Goethe. They missed it on the goalkeeper's position as well, with Vincent Gérard coming in.
That was bad luck for
Yeah,
Vincent.
of course. But still, they put him in ahead of the season. But was there a plan B? Besides
I think
Vincent
not.
Gérard?
I think no. At the same time, it's also easier in the Spanish league to play the youngsters.
Sure.
The level for the youngsters is a little bit lower than the Bundesliga, so they have more minutes. They can then, when they play the Champions League, they'll be better. The match fit that I was speaking of, but also all this relationship with the rest of the members of the team will also be better. So I think that was it's better to grow them in a different league than in the Bundesliga. It's really tough.
Yeah.
Hey, but it's the best league in the world.
Yeah, and of course you do get different competition over there than in the Bundesliga as well. And that is one thing that one has to say positively about Kiel as well. They always manage to get back.
They always do.
There is always one or two bad seasons in between, but Kiel always comes back, and finishing fourth this season means next season there will be 14 Lions on the court in 34 matches.
True. But it's good that the white wall is coming. The fans.
Yeah.
I always love them when I go to Kiel. There's like 10,000 people in the arena. They buy. It's amazing this this feeling, this love they have for the team. They buy season tickets, all of them.
Yeah.
It's really hard to go and watch a game in
absolutely.
Kiel because there's no tickets whatsoever to buy.
Yeah.
And they always go there. They're always supporting the team. I bet they felt that that passion on the game against Montpellier.
I used to live in Kiel for 7, 8, 9 years.
So you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And the first match that I saw back in the day, I think it was still Sparkassen Arena, was a round of 16 between Flensburg and Kiel. And you could really feel that hell went loose, that hell broke loose in the arena.
We have another guest.
We do. Hola. Hi, it's Bengt. Hi.
How are you doing? All good?
It's
you can grab each whichever you like.
Joining in. This one, perfect. We've been talking about a special season that Kiel had, to put it in those words. How are you feeling? How are the emotions ahead of the weekend?
Well, always special to be here in this weekend, really particular. I think all teams, everybody is waiting to have a success, to be in the final. Especially our season was really weird, strange. Kiel is used to fight all time for titles, for German league, for the cup, and this season was not the best. Of course, I think it's one transition. Maybe in next season or in 2 seasons, I think Kiel will be also in the high quality because they will change players. It's normal. There are a lot of
new
old
faces,
players and people who will finish their careers very soon. And of course, Gonzalo is coming in 2 years and probably top players. But for me, it was special, really special to be here. I'm almost 37. It was my last option to join a German team, to have the experience, and it was great. It was great, and of course, the results were not the best, but we are here. We can save the season here. Of course, semi-final against Barca is not the best opponent, but it's only 60 minutes. I think we can do it. We are ready. We suffer a lot in quarterfinals against Montpellier. Really bad game, first game, but at home we made a really crazy thing. So let's see. Tomorrow is a final, but let's see what happens.
Talking about the last option that you had to go into the Bundesliga. Hi, Eric. To go into the Bundesliga and then taking Kiel, well, it could be worse. It could be worse there. But then on the other side, you know Barca. You know Barca quite well. How much were you asked in the preparation for this matchup?
Well, for me, of course, I was in France. I play against them in semifinals. We lost. I would like to change this this time, but yes, I have really, I don't know, I cannot express with words what I lived in Barcelona for years. It was special. We won everything. Players like Nikola, like Rutenka, Saric, Sterbik. I don't know. It was a dream, and now it's different. I have these people with me. Eric and company is really also special to be here. I was not thinking about the Final Four this year, but look, things were really different. I was expecting something more in the German league, maybe not the best results here in Champions League, but things turned different, and well, I'm happy to have this end here in Cologne, with THW Kiel. Also, my family is coming, so probably not for sure. It's my last time here. I was 6 times, so I'm proud.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Yeah.
But I mean, Eric Johansson just joined in, and the other journalists are waiting for some more quotes. Eduardo, I would relieve you here if that is fine for you. So thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
And best of luck for you and your personal weekend. Let's save the season, to put it in your words.
Yes, please, Eric. Save the season. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you.
Yeah, Eric, joining in here, maybe talking between a left back and a right back here. How's your connection? Swedish, Spanish? I feel like that could give some difficulties.
Yeah. You know, Swedish like Spanish beaches. You know.
No, I think we have a good connection. He's easy to play with, and he just helps out a lot for me and the other guys. So I think we have a good connection.
Actually, I was super interested in talking to you, especially because we have been talking about the difficult Kiel season. We don't need to prioritize that anymore. But for you personally, it was a good season. So you became Kiel's best scorer in the Bundesliga. You scored a lot of goals in the Champions League as well. I think it was last year when you said, oh well, I'm feeling the trust from the fans, I'm feeling the trust from the coach, and I want to pay that back. Is that your way of paying it back?
Yeah, I think so. Of course, I want to pay the fans back because they have supported me from the beginning, and I want to play good, and and I have a lot of trust from the fans and from the coaches as well, and and maybe a bit more this last few months than before. But I'm just grateful for the trust from the coaches, and so that I can play as much as possible.
Yeah, they've given you a lot of responsibility because you've been playing defense and attack outstanding. You've been like a shining star in the team despite of all the games, you know, all the losses also. But you've been the one that kind of like a beacon of hope for them because they can count on you. They like you said, they trust you and you feel that trust, so they can count on you to perform.
Don't jinx it for tomorrow.
No, come on. No.
No, but no, it's. Of course, I had a bad period in the beginning of the season as well, but I've gained a lot of trust as I said before, and the players trust me, and they help me a lot. When I had a bad period, they asked if everything was okay, if everything was fine with everything, and yeah, like they're not just your teammates, they're your friends, and they have helped me a lot.
Yeah, because they've probably also they've been through a lot of tough times, so they understand when the others is going through. This is the meaning of what I said. The help of the structure around the players and around the team. Usually, it's a factor of benefits that you can count on them to give you a little. For example, I remember there was this. I think it was Cantarell Nunde talking about how the federation helped her having a babysitter, and she could be in the Euro. You know, I don't know if it's your case, but this thing of someone outside of the team helping you guys because you need help.
Was there someone organizing a babysitter?
No, not right now. But it's the structure that it knows what sometimes the players are going through and they need help. This is amazing. Exactly. This is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, talking about you feeling well in Kiel, one can really put it like that. You extended your contract until 2028. How was those first years in Kiel, and did it help you starting together with your Swedish teammate Carl Valinius as well?
Yeah, I think it was good because of course when you come to a new country you don't know that much people. I knew Niklas from before, and not a lot of the other guys I didn't know about, but of course I knew Kalle, and we helped each other. We didn't knew the language really good. I still don't know it perfect, but no. So of course it has helped me that he came as well.
Yeah, and what we figured already is what will be helping you this weekend is the white wall coming to Cologne. So maybe just to talk some words straight to the fans here. What do you need from them? What do you want from them?
No, as always, we want to play good, and we know that you guys are giving us energy for the game. Either if we're 5 goals down, five goals up, you're always supporting us, and yeah, we need the white wall for tomorrow and on Sunday.
Great. That is absolutely great, yeah. And I do feel like the message is clear, because well, you're coming in as the underdogs. One has to put it like that. Usually Kiel are the hunted ones. Now you guys are the hunters. Are you accepting that role?
Yeah, definitely. We know that we are the underdogs here, and then it is not often that Kiel are the underdogs when they are coming to Final Four. But we accept that challenge, and we use that to our advantage.
Perfect. Then I would say we are running out of time, but thanks a lot for your open and honest words, and for spending time here with us. But to be fair, you have been in the sweetest spot of them all right now, so all good. We have been asking you that for the Swedish national team, but in Kiel, who's the worst footballer?
Samir. Definitely.
Fair enough.
But he says he's the best one. He's always talking shit about everyone else, but he's the worst.
All right. Great, cool. Then,
thank you, Eric. Thank you.
Thanks
Good
a lot,
luck
and
tomorrow.
best of luck for this weekend, and go and burn down that white wall.
Yeah.
Well, light up that
much.
white wall, to put it in that words.
Yeah.
But cool. Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
Eric.
Sweet. I feel like the Kiel players, they seem so calm.
They really chill. Really chill. That's the thing. Okay, they need to prove it. They need this to save, so to say, the season. But they feel, as you said, calm, ready, just like the song.
Knees weak, arms
Yeah.
ahead.
Mm-hmm.
He's nervous.
You know,
No, Clement said we're not
allowed to sing. Yeah,
we stop it.
But at the same time, it is that thing, you know, like you come here as an underdog, everybody's looking down on you, and you feel like, nah, I'm gonna screw this over. I'm gonna mess up this show. I'm gonna rump up and just run and keep shooting and keep scoring. I think they're gonna show that on tomorrow in the semifinal. It's
We will see. Cologne always attracts miracle. Cologne always attracts madness. Cologne always attracts you guys, and we are happy about that. But for us, I would say let's cut it here because it is 2:15. The players are leaving already. But we will be back throughout the weekend. Not with you in front of the camera.
I'll
but
be behind the camera.
yeah, most definitely. But you're doing an awesome job there. That's why we're happy about it. But thank you still for coming in,
Thank you,
for being here. And
Yeah,
don't worry.
I see.
all good. But yeah, thanks for
for
being
having me.
around. And it was great talking to you.
You too.
Most definitely. And that's where we would say tomorrow, 2 p.m. is the place to be, right here on YouTube or on... oh, whoa.
Oh, wait,
we're not done yet. We're not done yet.
Last
Stay with
second.
us. Stay with us.
How you doing?
Come on in.
Don't go away, guys. Don't go away.
Have a seat.
Stay here.
We have Magnus Landin for one last goodbye,
It's gonna
guest.
be quick. Don't worry.
Great.
I'm not gonna take a lot of time with you.
Perfect. But yeah, your hand made us worry a little in the mid of March. I think it was somewhere around that time. How's your health status? I see a scar on the back of your hand.
Yeah, I have a nice scar now, and actually it's working good again.
Yeah.
No problems anymore, so they made it good.
Ready for some spins, you know?
I was never the
A
spin
good
guy.
spinner.
but
You never know. They're not expecting, you know.
No, that's true.
Now you're the spin guy. That's the name of the show here. So perfect. But yeah, actually, I was wondering. You're not facing him yet, but it is still open that you might face your brother this weekend. What was the last message that you received from your brother on WhatsApp?
He asked me, "Did you go to sleep already?" Because the other guys from the team were meeting him yesterday evening, and I didn't know he was on our floor. So he just texted me if I was sleeping already. So
And were you?
No.
All right. So, what was? Have you guys been meeting then on the floor or?
Yeah. Then I
yeah.
came and we talked a little
What
bit.
were the topics?
Uh,
Not allowed to talk about it.
No
or?
tactics whatsoever.
Actually, it was nothing like secret, but I actually don't remember what we were talking about. I don't know. A lot of the guys from the team was there, and I think it was more about the old times, and yeah, it was long time, many years in Kiel. He played with a lot of the guys.
reminiscing all the memories and all the games before. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. About you, so you ready to score some goals, or you think that gonna be more as a fast breaker? Because I know that you play a little bit more tactical than fast breaking, but maybe this time Kiel can change a little bit of the tactics to surprise the adversary, the opponent.
I hope so. I hope we will run fast tomorrow. I hope all of the guys from our team will take the running shoes on. But we also know that Barca is a running team, and they are running fast as well. So we also have to run good back. But yeah, I hope we will run a lot of fast break tomorrow. It will be some easier goal, not only to play 6 against 6 in the attack.
But you personally, you do know Kiel. You have been around for quite some time. You know the self-understanding of Kiel, and you know how it is to win stuff with Kiel. Especially after this season, how are you guys gonna get back in that mood, into that self-conception of we're Kiel, of course we're gonna take this home.
I think we have to. We talked a lot about this topic in the last couple of days, and I think it's important to forget a little bit about the past, because it's no secret, and everybody knows that this season in the Bundesliga was
To forget about, yeah.
Yeah, to forget about, and now we actually have a chance. We have played really good in the Champions League season this year so far. So to take the good times from that to bring into the semi-final, and we have struggled to get this flow with the games, like winning like the years before. But now we actually have a good chance to forget about the past and only to focus on 2 times 30 minutes against Barcelona, and then we'll give everything, and let's see how it goes.
16 Lions, yeah.
Especially talking about Barca, what do you expect from them? If we're talking about self-perception of being the clear favorites, the name Barca isn't too far away. So what do you as a team expect from Barcelona?
The same, every time you stand in front of Barca and to play against them, it's will be a really tough game. They are really tactic organized, and they playing fast, but they're also big guys, huge guys, physically really good. It will be really tough, but it's possible, and it's important that everybody in Kiel needs to believe. We cannot discuss that we are the underdogs, and everybody has to know that we are underdogs. But we still have to believe, and it's important that everybody has to believe in beating Barcelona.
Do you have a special way of beating Nielsen?
No.
Like a secret that he doesn't know? You don't need to tell the secret. Just you know something on him that you know, I'm gonna beat him like this.
Nah, not really. I've had a lot of trainings with him and the national team. If I had, I think I wouldn't say it now here.
No. I'm not asking you to say it. I'm saying that, like, I have. Yes, I do. So Nielsen can be a little bit scary.
Yeah, then he'll watch the show and be like,
for sure.
damn it.
He knows.
And maybe it can just be mind games.
Maybe not.
All right, cool. But then, well, let's keep the facts speaking, and let's look forward to a great game. Thank you for being here in overtime, to put it like that. Thanks for staying around. Great talks with you, and best of luck for tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cool. And
good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks. Sweet. Extra special guest. I like it.
That was a nice end, yeah.
Great surprise to come to an end here, and that's where we are coming to an end. And we're looking forward to a great weekend of the Truck Scout 24 EHF Final 4 2024. A lot of fours, and I'll give you the next 4 at 14 o'clock. 2 p.m. it is tomorrow, right here on in YouTube, Home of Handball, on Instagram, Home of Handball, and on Instagram, EHF Champions League. We will be back live, and you guys better tune in when we will be back. I'm having Dennis by my side tomorrow, and that's where we cut it, and that's where we say we'll see each other tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
When it's time to talk handball again, everybody.
Start the show.
Hit the ground running, hit the ground running. Hit the ground running, hit the ground running.
Yeah, now bring the action.
Ooh.
Come on, now